Hi everyone, I'm Ashton. I'm 24 years old and I suffer from Cowden syndrome. I wouldn't say suffer, but I have Cowden syndrome. So basically, Cowden syndrome is the mutation of the PTEN gene. So I inherited it from my mum and I was diagnosed myself in 2015. I think mum was diagnosed in 2010. Can't exactly remember, but anyway. So my story in terms of finding out that I had Cowden syndrome. So I, in 2012, had a ringing noise in my ear, which the doctors thought was tinnitus. So that was pretty much just let it go, let it pass. And then halfway through 2013, I started to get really, really sick. And there were so many things to do with it in terms of vomiting. I couldn't move down one side of my body. It was a really scary time. The doctors didn't know what was happening, so I got sent down to Perth at that time I was living in my hometown with my parents. So I got sent immediately down there. And they found out that I had a massive AVM in my brain, so that's called an arteriovenous malformation. A lot of things have happened since then. I've had 18 brain surgeries, and two of those were craniotomies as well. And as a result of my brain surgery, I've now had an induced epilepsy as well. So in addition to that, I also now have to get my breasts checked regularly. At the moment, I'm having it once a year, and it's quite scary because you go into a room to get your breasts checked, and there's other women in there who are 40 plus who are also getting their breasts checked. And you know, remember I'm 24, it's quite a freaky thing. And I've also had my thyroid out as well. So I had dozens and dozens and dozens of nodules on my thyroid. So it was very good to have that completely taken out. In saying this all, I obviously know now that I have Cowden syndrome. I have to be very aware of my body and make sure I have all my checkups. And yeah, just maintaining that I'm doing the right thing in terms of my health. But it also makes you very resilient as well. So in terms of having to deal with things, something happens, you just move on with it. So that's how pretty much I deal with what is happening in terms of having the syndrome. So that's my story for you.